Life is most definitely about thriving, about seeing people, about loving, about celebrating, about enjoying, and most of all about interacting. Yet all of what makes life worth living was taken on the assumption that lovers of life viewed their own as so worthless that they would carelessly risk it as a virus spread. The arrogance of Cuomo and the political class was stunning. It still is now. Cuomo acts as though he didn't do what he did. Let's not let him forget what he did. We owe it to history to make sure he's tied to easily the worst economic and human rights tragedy of the still young 21st century. Here to discuss New York's governor is criminal defense attorney, former New Yorker, and all-around left-wing lockdown skeptic, Jenin Younes. Jenin, welcome to Save the Nation.
Thank you so much for having me, John.
Now, as mentioned in my introduction of you, your politics aren't mine, nor are they the politics of many watching. Yet you've been a vocal and articulate critic of the lockdown since day one. Tell us why.
Well, I believe that the lockdowns entail serious civil liberties violations. I don't think that the government should have the right to tell us that we can't leave our homes, that we can't earn a living, that we can't send our kids to school. I think that these measures particularly hurt the poor and working class, and for that reason, I've been opposed to them since the beginning.
Mm-hmm. Now, you lived in New York as the lockdowns began. Now, please give us a feel for the profoundly negative impact they had on the city, along with the vibe in the city as what was once loud and joyous essentially went quiet.
Yeah, it was really disturbing. It felt like a dystopian movie or something. Everybody was panicked, staying in their homes. I actually left. I went to Cape Cod for a couple of months, so I wasn't there. But I came back in May and everything was closed. There was nothing to do. There was just this really sort of desolate feeling, almost as though the city had been ruined. And that went on. That persisted for months and months. There was a brief reprieve in the summer. And when it got cold and cases started to uptick again, Cuomo started shutting things down again. And it felt like that again through the winter.
Mm-hmm. Now, where do you think we go from here? You've since, of course, exited New York, as I mentioned. What's your view for how we can make sure that what was mindless and cruel and sickeningly mean to those with the least will never happen again?
I'm worried it's going to happen again. So I think that lawsuits, I'm a lawyer and I've actually joined a civil liberties law firm called New Civil Liberties Alliance in Washington, D.C. That's why I moved out of New York. In order to do just that, I think we need to create precedent now, and we can still do that. For instance, a Florida court just decided a mask case, a really good decision, saying that mask mandates violates the Florida Constitution's right to privacy. And that was after the mask mandate had ended. So we can still bring lawsuits and hopefully establish good precedent for the future. I think that's one way. And the other thing that needs to happen is that people need to realize it's a colossal mistake, that we panicked and we did this for no good reason. It didn't help, and it harmed millions and millions of people in this country, not to mention the world.
It's so true. The global impact of this tragedy is endless, and we'll be feeling it for decades. Jenin, it's been so great working with you for months on this subject. Thank you for all that you did. I can't imagine where we'd be without people like you.